Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me here. As you know, tonight is a little bit different. We're doing a pre-recording session and week ahead readings because I will be in recovery at this point in the evening from a dental procedure. And wouldn't you know it, that's exactly what Spirit wants to talk about this week is recovery and how important it is to hold that sacred space for ourselves. And I have gone ahead and opened up a more healing atmosphere for today's message. So if you just want to take a deep breath in with me to step into the space, Spirit really wants to invite everyone right away. So we could just take a deep breath in. And an exhale out. That feels good. So they just want to get right into it. And the way they wanted to give the message today is a little bit different. If you're familiar with me, you'll know that I usually like to have some notes. They were like, no, let's just channel what we need to hear today about recovery. So the first thing they're talking about is speeding up the healing process. And something I've discovered to be true for my physical body is when I start to feel sick, the sooner I let myself rest, the better, which means the less time I will actually spend being sick. So it kind of is like a proactive thing that you can do, oddly enough, is like recovery and rest. Although it doesn't seem very proactive, right? Because we're literally allowing ourselves to do nothing. But in fact, you're allowing your body to reset and to use its immunity and gather energy to potentially prevent other things from happening or prevent other things from making the body sick. Let's see what else they want to say about recovery. So they're talking about recovery in a different sense from physical ailments. So it could be recovering from an addiction, recovering from trauma, in the mental and physical realms. And so they're saying recovery can easily become a state of being, but Spirit would love to invite us to think of recovery as a temporary stepping stone to health, to perfect health and love and light being your actual state. Not that you're permanently in recovery. Now, I do want to be sensitive to, there's different situations where you are always considered recovering. But Spirit's saying more of like a literal way. You want to affirm to yourself that you are in a state of health rather than recovery, because it's constantly drawing back the idea of what the negative is. We might have a little guest appearance from my kitty here in a moment since we're filming at a different time of day. Let's see what else Spirit wants to say about recovery. And now they're also talking about a sentiment that is like, the best way I can think to say it is not all is lost. So it's like, it could be like a person or a relationship, a facet of yourself, or even physical objects. Recovering from an event, from something where a lot of things were eliminated or purged. It could have even been like a move or something like that. But allowing yourself to recover what is important to you. Recovering objects, reaffirming what you want to welcome into your life, what you want to hold space for in your life. And that goes for people as well. Reaffirming who you love, reaffirming who you're grateful for. And one of my guides is, well, it could be all of them, but one in particular always talks about gratitude. So I did want to acknowledge, I know that's repetitive, but that's one of his biggest messages overall. But the biggest thing with recovery, in any situation, in any sense of the word, is that you are allowing yourself to heal. You are allowing yourself to be the most important thing right now by allowing yourself to recover. And by prioritizing your health, by prioritizing the mending of your energy, the mending of your body on a cellular level, on an energetic level, a spiritual level, emotional level. You reaffirm how important you are. You reaffirm that you love yourself and that you're worthy of health, that you're worthy of happiness, and that you are whole, that you're a whole, complete being all by yourself, beautifully, perfectly healthy. And that's a state that you can always tap into. That's an energy that you can always tap into because it's a belief. And Spirit wanted to remind us of that, because I think, we're super logical as humans. We like to break everything down. We love a diagnosis. We love details, and a treatment plan and all that. But sometimes it's just as simple as letting yourself rest, providing yourself, allowing yourself some grace every once in a while, really every day, if you can stand it, is the way they're saying it. But yeah, I feel like our society has kind of dropped that. Recovery, even like after someone has a baby, they come back to work so fast now. You know what I mean? And it feels like it's less and less time nowadays. But it's an ancient, tried and true method to just lay the fuck down sometimes. Excuse me. But just, resting for a moment, having some water, taking some time to yourself, that will really change your life. And Spirit would love us to integrate that more in a ritual, kind of like building a habit, in a way to rededicate yourself to you. It's a form of self-support, showing yourself that you love yourself and that you love your body and you're holding space for it to be imperfect, to heal, and holding space for miracles always. So those were some beautiful messages about recovery. So let's go ahead and move into our week ahead messages. As usual, I will invite you to take yet another deep breath with me here. So a deep inhale in and an exhale out. Inviting our spirit guides to come near us now, we ask, which group holds my message for the week ahead? You could hear, see, know, or feel that it's 1, 2, or 3. Or you could feel drawn to one of the objects that I'm going to show you. So first, we have little kitties today that 2 of these I just got, I'm really excited about. So we have a Selenite lucky cat for group number 1. For group number 2, we have a Palo Santo kitty. Okay. And then for group number 3, I believe this is Obsidian. Little kitty carving. Isn't he so cute? Look at his face. Okay. All right, so if you picked group number 1 with the Selenite Lucky Cat, this will be your week ahead message. Now, since this is a different situation, I wanted to use a really special deck, and it's actually the only deck that we're going to be using today. This is called the Embroidered Forest Tarot, and it comes with really special packaging. This is the most beautiful deck I've ever owned. So Spirit really wanted us to take our time and only use this one deck, which I'm really excited about. And look at these holographic edges. I mean, look at that. Okay, so now that we've finished admiring that, group number 1, let's go ahead and get your week ahead message. There is something... there's some kind of theme of admiration coming up for group number 1. It feels like you are being admired, either by yourself, like self-appreciation, or you may have someone admiring you and giving you compliments this week, which is really nice. So let's see what your week ahead tarot cards are. Okay, Spirit, so for group number 1, with the Selenite Lucky Cat, what is their week ahead message? What do they need to know for their highest good? For group number 1, I heard take it easy. And I heard it takes two. So this could have to do with a relationship before I look at any cards. Yeah, it feels like there's maybe even fallout from a relationship, and or something that you're having to deal with, and Spirit is reminding you that, you know, you don't need to shoulder a burden all by yourself, to remember that it is a two-way street. And so if you're in a situation where you're not feeling like that anymore, it's really important to be honest with yourself about that and making sure you're feeling honored. And then also to go easy on yourself, to be a bit more forgiving, to allow yourself some grace to heal and recover from whatever this is. So that was already a lot, group number 1. So let's see what your cards are. Okay, so first we have the King of Cups. These are holographic cards. I'm going to do my best to show you all the sparkle. That was reversed. And then we have the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. And then the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. All right, so the main energy that they are highlighting is this 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands feels anxious. It's like an anxious, expectant energy, like you're right at the finish line. 9 is really, really close to finishing a cycle, which is number 10, right? So you've been working really hard. You're almost there. But this kind of energy can almost feel like paranoia, like what's coming next? I don't know if I can handle it. I feel like I can't. I'm freaked out. I'm trying my best to hold my ground, but I'm super tired. So that's the space that they're talking about. And then this 8 of Pentacles is a slow, steady work. So that's what they're inviting you to do. So they're offering that almost as like a remedy to this. So you may be prone to feeling worried or anxious or having racing thoughts, worrying about what's coming next, or even feeling unsafe. And they're saying, just keep doing your work, keep doing you, slow, steady progress, just daily tasks, keep doing your work. They're saying it's your work, and they're assuring me that you will know what they're talking about with just doing your work. Keep plugging away at it. That's going to help that feeling of anxiety, or feeling like something bad is going to happen. It's going to help stabilize that. Because they're showing this King of Cups energy. Now I'm going to clarify whether this is you or someone in your life, but a King of Cups is someone, when they are balanced, this is someone who is very emotionally intelligent, very intuitive, very compassionate, someone who's really intelligent, excellent communication skills. But when a King of Cups is reversed, this is someone who feels very emotionally volatile, is kind of the nicest way I can put it. This can even feel like overreactions. Do you know what I mean? Like crying over seemingly nothing. Because, you know, the King of Cups is all about water, and that watery energy, when tipped over or when out of balance, can really cause a lot of waterworks or dramatic exchanges. There's also an invitation to rest so that we can flip this right side up. So group number 1, let me clarify whether or not this King of Cups is you. So Spirit, who is this King of Cups? Stop it. Oh, girl. Oh my gosh. Okay, the Queen of Cups came out when I asked that. Okay, so they're referring to a partner of yours. Let me take a closer look. These two figures are not looking at each other, which indicates to me perhaps a barrier or some separation that's going on. So this is your divine counterpart that is upside down, that is in distress. You're the queen, and right now you are right side up. So Spirit's saying this week you have an opportunity to offer them some much needed support. This King of Cups character may not love to admit when they need help. And I'm feeling like you're going to understand that about the person I'm talking about. They really prefer to help themselves. They're used to being very independent and being able to figure things out all by themselves. But they could really use your affection. They could really use your compassion and just some heartfelt communication. So what a beautiful message for group number one. They also wanted to remind me again of the "it takes two" message. So maybe there is this concern of overstepping a boundary with extending help to this person. But Spirit's saying, group number one, you're really clever. It doesn't have to come off as, oh, let me help you. I feel bad for you. I pity you. It doesn't have to come out like that at all. It could be, oh, hey, I grabbed your favorite coffee for you. Here it is. Or even if you live with this person, oh, I just tidied up a little bit because I know that you hate doing that chore. Just doing little things for this person is really going to help them. It's going to kind of bring them back down to earth and help them stabilize. And I feel like their love language is acts of kindness and quality time is what they're saying. And then, let's see, they also had another card come out that is the moon. So when we see the moon, this usually means that something that's currently unknown at the time of this reading will be revealed. So this could be the person opens up to you about whatever's going on. It feels like they have something to say, something to let out. I did also want to throw this in here because I know some people, instead of choosing one group, they will watch all of them. So if that's somebody cross-watching right now, they wanted to say cross-watching, this could have to do with a feminine health issue that you may see arising this week, or you may just observe a cycle this week, simply, is what Spirit wanted to say. So I feel like there's one more takeaway message for group number one. They are also bringing up the fact that this kitty cat that you chose is selenite. So there may be a need to recharge, is what they're saying. To make sure that you're really getting sleep, that you are eating food that feels good, that you can actually digest and be fortified by and nourished by, and drinking plenty of water. And for some reason, there could be somebody here that really prefers to have, sorry, I just wanted to grab a card off the ground. There could be somebody here that really prefers to drink flavored water. Spirit's saying that's totally fine, and maybe even to experiment with putting like real fruit in water rather than like squeezing stuff, like squeezing flavors into it. I hope that makes sense. So like you could cut up a couple chunks of ginger root and put it in your water, and that tastes really good. Or even, you know, keep it classic, a couple slices of lemon feels really good and really light. So a takeaway message here, and they are going to have me read this in reverse, but I want you to see the artwork. So we have the Four of Wands. So remember, that's reversed. And we are coupling that with the Two of Pentacles as your takeaway message. Okay. So we're our takeaway message for group number 1 is balance, is restoring balance to your home life, to your family life. That makes sense with all of the messages that Spirit's been delivering about the King of Cups character in your life. And balancing, continuing to do your daily work and offering. I just feel like the air around you, your air, everything about you, group number 1, just feels really soothing to be around. So even just being in the same room with this person, spending quality time with them, remember one of their love languages is quality time, is going to help them feel comforted and help restore some balance, not only to them, but also to your family and to your home, to your house. 4 is a number of stability, and that is what Spirit is wanting to work towards with you this week. So those were your messages for the week ahead, group number 1 with the Selenite Lucky Cat. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Okay, so for group number 2, if you chose the Palo Santo carving, of the kitty cat, here is your week ahead reading. Okay. They are highlighting the eyes. So there could be something, you could literally get an eye exam this week. Or there's something that has to do with taking care of the eyes. Maybe glasses or contact lenses, even eye drops. There's something going on with the eyes. They're reminding me to show you an exercise that you can do to provide a little bit of energy healing for yourself in the form of warmth and life force energy. So if you take your hands like this, you can even clap and rub. We're just getting our chi into our hands until your palms feel nice and warm, and then place the palms gently over the eyes just like this. They say to do that, this is specific, 3 times in the morning. That should help out your eyes. So I don't know if you are having trouble with your eyes, group number 2, maybe even having headaches, it feels like. Okay, let's see. Some cards just fell out. We're going to take these. Alrighty. Okay, first we have the 3 of Swords. Second, the Hierophant. Third, the 10 of Cups. Love to see that for you. And fourth, the Queen of Pentacles. Look at her. Look at you. I love these cards. Aren't these so sweet? So they want to talk about sweetness. And for some reason they are, yep, they want me to take it all the way back. And my one of my old voice teachers told us this story in class to when the word sweet was invented. Now, I'm not going to pretend to remember all the little details, but I do remember how emotional it feels for some reason to talk about the word sweet. So this is before candy was invented, and I mean, it had to be English speakers, right, who invented this word. When they tasted ginger for the first time, how weird is that? We were just talking about ginger in group number 1. Huh? Maybe you were torn between group number 1 and 2. So that's a confirmation that these two are connected. So anyway, when this group of people tasted ginger for the first time, they didn't have a word to describe it, but it made them smile. And because of that, they started saying a word that reflected how they felt, which is sweet. And it kind of makes you smile. and it always makes me a little emotional. I don't really know why, to talk about that. The word sweet and all of that beautiful meaning, that you're just so overcome by your experience of something that you have to think of a new word to describe it. So maybe that's you, group number 2. Maybe you're in such a different situation than you've ever been used to, and you have to think of new ways to grow with it, to appreciate it, and to even describe it. They're talking about the sweetness of life, and sweetness towards yourself as well. And they're also talking about the sweetness of food. So they're bringing up lots of messages all at once. And okay, so they want to start with the food, and they're reminding us that if you find yourself really, really drawn to sweet food and maybe even overindulging, it can be a sign that your daily life may need more sweetness in other ways. So that could be friends, it could be lovely communication, it could be moments of quiet time that feel really sweet and something that you want to savor. And then also treating yourself really sweetly. They're talking about really sweet self-talk. They're showing you saying affirmations to yourself in the mirror. And this is something that I just heard Eckhart Tolle say the other day. Something that you can do if you are getting ready and you're looking in the mirror and you might be putting on makeup or even just brushing your hair or brushing your teeth, is not only witnessing yourself standing there, like seeing that, but observing your presence, to really feel presence and aliveness in the moment is something that Spirit really wants to focus on. There also may be something going on with over-identification with the physical body. So when that happens, we can become consumed with how things look on the outside, how we're perceived strictly on appearance. And that's also something that Eckhart talked about, which a great remedy for that is every time you do come across your own reflection, to feel your own presence and realize that's me. It's the presence. Not the body, it's quite temporary, and ever changing, of course. So make sure to tap into that presence and really feel that, because you have such a beautiful sweetness about you. They just keep saying sweet, sweet, sweet. So you also may have a spirit guide or a loved one in spirit who just adores you and thinks you're so, so sweet. So let's actually get into these cards. That was a lot. So with the 3 of Swords, we're seeing an emotional purging going on. This is something that's painful. The good news is this is kind of in the past formation of how the cards are laid out. So it looks like we're recovering from some kind of heartache. This could feel like a betrayal or a loss. It feels more like a betrayal. It feels more like inflicted upon me. And then with the Hierophant, this is about, in relation, this is how they're laid out. We can see the bird gaining perspective here on this heartache, which I feel like is exactly what you're doing. I feel like you're taking time. I feel like you're actually taking time to recover, which, what a great affirmation that you're doing the right thing and that you're gaining kind of a higher perspective on that heartache, whereas before you may have felt stuck in it and stuck in the whys and how am I supposed to move forward from that, and why the hell would they even do that anyway? That's so messed up. And now I feel like you're kind of realizing all the growth that's occurred from that and that is continuing to occur. And so I feel like you're starting to get the higher perspective of, not necessarily why, but just more accepting that it happened and this is how we can grow with it. Now let's see. they're talking about these two groups being two different situations. Okay, so that was the past, and we're moving out of that with the new perspective. And what we're stepping into and embracing is the Ten of Cups, which is a beautiful, gorgeous card. I love that for you. This is about emotional fulfillment, legacy, big, happy family, happy home, happy generations. This could be generational healing that you're working on. Generational healing that you may even pass down. Or if this could also be you acquiring the tools to heal yourself and passing it along to elders. Maybe even people who have passed away into spirit. There's somebody here that's thanking you for all that you've done. So what a beautiful, moving message for you, group number 2. Your ancestors here. And I'm so empathic right now. I'm going to try not to just like full on cry. But 2 things they want to say, and that they're saying that you will understand, is they're saying, I'm sorry I put you in that situation. And thank you for healing. And thank you for stopping the cycle. So, wow, good for you, group number 2. Your spirit guides are so proud of you. And your ancestor, one in particular, is very, very grateful. And then lastly, along with this 10 of Cups, all this emotional abundance, complete fulfillment, here you are just laying it all out, Queen of Pentacles. So a Queen of Pentacles is like a boss babe energy. Queen of Pentacles just naturally manifests. She naturally attracts things to her. You might be really good with your hands. So consider being more hands-on or something with the hands. Really good energy with the hands. You might even shake hands and have to meet and greet a lot. But you're in this really beautiful, solid energy. And they're saying you're building a foundation for a happy family for generations to come, which is such a beautiful message. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's get a guidance card for you for your week ahead. Oh my goodness. Big old messages for group number 2 over here. Okay, and now they're also talking about warming the heart. Warming the heart. So this could be if you enjoy a spiced tea, I feel like that will really help you for some reason. Taking a warm bath or a warm shower. There's something about that temperature, like a temperature shift that's helping the physical body cope with something. So it could be like something respiratory that you're kind of dealing with. So know that Spirit's recommending tea or even just hot water. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I do that at night. Hot water with lemon can help a lot. And it's finally starting to cool down a little bit. Isn't that so nice? So it's going to be more comfortable to drink hot coffee if you've been drinking your iced drinks. Girl, we're going to be out here ordering hot lattes in a minute. Okay, let's get your guidance. Okay, I feel like you have some chatty spirit guides, so let me know if that resonates. They're really funny, but yeah. Okay, so guidance cards, we have Ace of Swords and King of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be talking about a divine masculine counterpart. Nope, stop, rewind. Okay, so they're saying it's not for this group, for group number 2. This is actually your own. So you could be working on balancing the yin and yang energies within yourself. And the advice, hold on, let me see. There's a couple people talking at one time. They're saying step into it. Step into it. I feel like you're leveling up in your career or your finances. This is some pentacles is always like a physical, tangible energy. So if you're in the Queen, they want me to talk about the way I read tarot for a second. Queen energy to me is receiving. Queen energy is attracting, receiving. It's yin. King energy is almost like a step past yang, like it's yang, but then some. It's not like, oh, let me go seek it and let me go get it. It's like, I have it, I was born to have it, and I not only claim it, I own it. That's like a king energy to me. So you're invited to step into this king energy, and they're saying everything else is going to fall into place, but we need you to actually sit on the throne first. And then there's also an invitation to accept some kind of download, perhaps, with the Ace of Swords. You may be visited by Archangel Michael. If he resonates for you, I feel like there's some work that he would like to do with you. Or there could just be a big realization here, like, you know what, you're right. I am a boss babe, and I'm actually the king and the queen combined, and I do own this. So, oh my gosh, what beautiful energies for group number 2. I hope that was helpful. Please let me know, especially if you know who that ancestor is who came forward, because they have such a beautiful energy, and they were so loving and gracious, and they really wanted to talk to you. They're saying, I hope that was okay that I interrupted this reading. And guys, as long as it's okay with you, it's okay with me. So those were your messages for those of you who chose the Palo Santo cat. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Okay, so last but not least, our group number 3. Those of you who chose this adorable kitty cat. I believe he's Obsidian. I just love him so much. Let's get your week ahead message. I feel like for group number 3, usually when they talk to me like this, I would interpret it as an invitation to have more of a sense of humor, but I feel like you already have it. So good for you. I love that. I feel like you're really having a healthy sense of humor about your life, and just not taking things too seriously, not taking yourself too seriously. There might be a situation that you feel super, super over it about in your life. That could be a person's, maybe the way you're being treated in a certain dynamic doesn't feel like you're being honored. They want to acknowledge that, and that they know that you're over it, but Spirit's working on it in your behalf, and they want to talk about it in the cards. But they did want to acknowledge your good sense of humor, and they really appreciate that. So let's get your tarot for the week ahead. Okay, we have 6 of Cups already coming out. And Page of Wands. Okay. What else? What else, Spirit? And the Hermit reversed. Okay, so let me show you these. Here's the 6 of Cups first. Look at them. They're babies. Guys, these cards are so cute. I love them. They're gorgeous. Page of Wands. And the Hermit. I'm going to show you the Hermit upright so you can see the artwork. But this is reversed. Okay. So first of all, they're talking about a person in your life. I'm going to clarify whether this is you or someone around you. They're talking about this Page of Wands. This is someone who is fiery. This is an entrepreneur. This is a trailblazer, someone full of ideas. Maybe not exactly like how we're going to do the things, but like all of the ideas about all of the things, you know? So let's get a clarifier. And the clarifier is 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So this is someone that has lucrative ideas. This is someone who has finances to go after their ideas. There's something else. Wow, okay. So check this out. So first we had the page, right? And then we clarified that, okay, the 10 of Pentacles, the money, the wealth, and then the king. Then the King of Wands. Wow. Okay, so they're talking about a really big upgrade from page all the way to king. And there's all this abundance in between that allows this person to do this. And they're talking about details. They're talking about hand sewing and how precise you need to be when you're threading the needle and when you're entering and exiting the fabric. So this person could actually sew, or they could just be really detail oriented. Okay, hold on. I'm going to ask my spirit guides to slow down for a second because I wanted to clarify whether that page was you or someone in your life. So, Spirit, is this person in the middle? Is this group number 3 or is this someone around group number 3? It's kind of important to clarify. Okay. They're not being super clear. Okay, I'm going to ask one more time. Interesting. Maybe you're getting mixed messages, group number 3. Maybe you're looking for a yes or no answer about something big in your life and you just feel like you're getting mixed messages about it. Okay, so I feel like this is you. And I had to pull 3 cards to be absolutely sure that this is you. So they're talking about you being this page right now and all of the abundance that's surrounding you right now. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be monetary abundance right now. You could have an abundance of time. You could have an abundance of energy. You could have, well, you do have great ideas. So I know you have an abundance of ideas. But you could also have an abundance of support, of people who love you, of comfort. So Spirit wants to open up what this 10 of Pentacles could mean. So I feel like they're talking about this as kind of like a cocoon. Like you're in this stage right now and you're journeying towards becoming this king, which is the master of the suit, which is incredible. The King of Wands. So let's talk about, they want to talk about the differences here. So comparatively, the king is the expert. The king has so much experience. The king, you know, they're both fiery. They're both very charismatic, both great leaders, go-getters, but this is a true leader, this king here. So I'm sensing maybe even a bit of imposter syndrome. You know, if you have a business or if you are stepping into a leadership role, you might be thinking or feeling, I can't do that. I'm not all that. And Spirit's saying, yes, you are. And you are in the middle of this transformative energy that's really going to shift things and kind of turn things on their head, right? Remember how this is totally upside down. So we're shifting our perspective, almost like a little hanged man moment where you're kind of like, wait a minute. Oh, I've kind of always been a leader. I've kind of always been that girl. And yes, you have, is what Spirit's saying. You've had it all along, but it's like, I feel like you might be the type of person that's like, I really need to see some results before I start to believe it. And Spirit's saying you're going to start seeing these results in a very real, tangible way. And they're also talking about using your resources wisely, group number 3. So just be sure if you do have extra time, if you do have extra funding, to use that in a way that feels really good and really nourishing to your soul. So rest, treat yourself, and then also be mindful about what you're actually spending. And they're talking about the the flow of money, almost like breathing, like just it's as effortless as inhaling and exhaling. And I feel like you're really starting to catch your stride in that energy. And now with the Six of Cups, they want to go back to this. This has to do with childhood. So maybe what you are doing as an entrepreneur, as a leader, has something to do with a childhood dream of yours. Or it could be, it almost feels like maybe your family wanted this for you, always told you you would be such a great leader, you would be such a great teacher. And it feels like you're getting to do that in some capacity, which is so beautiful. If that's not resonating right now, they want to clarify that it's an invitation to do something, to bring something back in from your childhood, to really help with some inner child work and healing and joy. They're talking about inviting your joy guide closer to you. If you're someone who already works with the joy guide, if you do not identify with that, know that you can invite and attract a joy spirit guide, literally, whose purpose is to bring you joy and to teach you how to be joyful and have fun again. So that could be something that you are starting to do, especially in the week ahead, group number 3. It feels like something creative. It feels maybe like painting, or something to do outside, like maybe jumping in puddles or hiking through the woods, sitting by the lake and not caring if the butt of your pants gets all dirty and wet from sitting down. So what a beautiful energy to reground into. And now lastly, we have the Hermit here. And this is in the future position. And of course we can observe that this is upside down. So a hermit period, of course, is, as it sounds, it is solitary. It's usually someone finding the inner guide, reconnecting with the inner guide. It feels like you've already done that, and now you are starting to face outward into the world. You might have been gathering spirit messages, gathering healing, working on yourself, and now you're ready to lead and like start the business and do the thing. You really feel like a go-getter. So let me see what other guidance that Spirit has for the week ahead. Big time glow up energy as well, group number 3. Wands is a suit of passion. It's a suit of fire. So you could even be working on that, just really feeling yourself, really loving the clothes that you adorn your body with, really loving your hair and your nails and your face and your skin. It's like there's really an opportunity to tap into this kind of goddess feeling energy. Okay, let me see. So for guidance for group number 3, we have the Page of Pentacles. So they're saying, don't be afraid to sow seeds. Don't be afraid to start something new. And 8 of Swords, don't trap yourself. Don't trick yourself into thinking that you're going to be this page, because you secretly already are the king. You're just starting to really embody it this week. Okay, group number 3. Also, one more thing about the black I think this is obsidian. Either way, they're talking about the black energy, the yang energy, and they also want to remind you that your spirit guides are always with you and protecting you. Just in case that's on your mind, I feel like it is. They want to let you know that they're watching over you. Look at his little face. So those were your messages for the week ahead, group number 3. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time. Sending you so much love and light. Look at how beautiful these cards are one more time. Doo-doo-doo. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.